welcome to Hollie's Hot Takes, the show where it's just me actually, and I'm not in host mode, and I can get all your questions, all your comments up on the screen. How are we all feeling? As you can tell, Harry Winks is actually wearing the sunglasses today as he was reborn yesterday. I know some people might be saying I'm getting a bit ahead of myself, but I've waited a bloody long time for Harry Winks to actually make a decent tackle, pass the ball forward, and then from that, a goal to happen. So let me have my moment, okay? Welcome to everyone. I want to big up Kurt. Thank you very much for setting that reminder. Thank you very much. Nippon, good afternoon. Hello, welcome. Joe Roden, the GOAT, welcome. Up the ag and boom. Love you, Colin. Thank you, thank you. Hello, Orange. Hello, Lynch. Hello. Hello, Stuart. Hi, Hollie. Good performance last night. The opposition were poor, but we were good sides. Gilt's an exciting one to watch. We still need a side and no right back, centre mid, backup striker. Yet again, I know, Stuart, the endless signings that we do need to make seem to be going on forever. But like you said, I was just very excited yesterday. The fact that Harry Winks in his post-match interview, he was saying how he sort of along the lines in the sense that when you're given an opportunity, you need to step up. And I don't think he's really stepped up, especially last week. And it's been that kind of way for a long time. But I think yesterday he did. Welcome in a few more people. Hello, Alan. Welcome. Hello, Chris. Welcome. Harry Winks, Sugla phone. And I've actually whipped, I don't have a shirt with Kane on, but I have a shirt with Winks on. And I'm telling you now, right, but when Harry Winks had the number, is it 28 or 26? He was prime. And he changed to 8. He's a bit shit. But anyway. Hello, Cody. Good morning across the pond. Hello, Scott. Hello. Tobiasu confirmed. Can't wait for the Olympics to end. Is it actually confirmed, Cody? Cody, are you in the know 2.0? Are you the man to know these signings? It'd be very interesting. Like I said, like Stuart said, we do, I think, need another centre-back. And a lot of other positions, definitely a striker. But hey, the other amazing news is obviously that Harry Kane is staying. Now, if you are new to Hollie's Hot Takes, you know when I did the show on the breaking news that Harry Kane wasn't at training, you'd know that I didn't blame him if this was true for not turning up to training, because of a man like Daniel Levy, the egg. It's probably very hard to talk words to him, but I'm very pleased that he is staying. I think every Spurs fan is very pleased. Obviously, there's probably a lot of sour taste in people's mouths saying that obviously if he wants out he can go, and I agree to an extent, but the fact that man's put out a post and said that he's willing to put his all in, he's not going this summer, is great, and we showed that yesterday. So obviously he was the professional he is, banged in 2 goals against Pacos De Ferreira. Jesus. Harry Winks with the sunglasses looks like Italian mafia. Boss man, I'm telling you right now, boss man. No, that was Cody, I thought you were giving me some good news, man. Winks of the World Cup. I'm telling you, it's Harry Winks reborn. No, I'm not going to get ahead of myself. Like many people said on Twitter, he's still got a lot of redemption to do. But just let me have my moment. It was nice to actually see him once playing good football. Like I say, I mean, I had it prepared. Some of you have already seen it. But obviously, this was fantastic. So yeah, as you can tell, as you can tell, I was very, very excited when Harry Winks did that. I was like, this is not the normal Harry Winks. Why aren't you wearing the HP Spurs kit? It's kind of in the wardrobe. I thought I needed to wear the Harry Winks jersey today, orange. Top you'd still butthurt about training. For say King has returned. No, I agree. I'm just saying, a lot of people are calling a lot of people fickle. And it was true. I mean, who knows whether he didn't turn up to training? Whether he did, whether he didn't, who cares? It's in the past now. But I'm just saying, a lot of people are very fickle. But he is the king. He's back. Hey, Hollie, hope everyone is good after the good performance last at Craig. It was amazing. I'd also like to say thank you to everyone that is new to the channel, that has subscribed, watched any of my recent videos. Obviously, that Adama one went a bit crazy. And I really appreciate everyone that's new, everyone that's still coming back. I do really appreciate it. And it is a good performance, Craig. Like I said, it wasn't the best opportunity, wasn't the best opponents, but hey, we lost 1-0 in the first leg, so we'll take that. Oh, shit. Might have to become a Spurs fan if Ronaldo signs the City. Carl Lynn, have you not seen the latest developments? Apparently, City's off. Apparently, it's United again. Hello, my friend. Welcome. How are you? Kane went about it wrong way, but how good he has been for us the last 6-7 years, we just need to draw a line under it and give it 100%. That's all we want. Exactly. The fact he banged 2 goals in last night, Stuart, kind of shows that, you know, he's going to do what his job is, and that's to score goals. I just think it was a bit, you know, too soon to play in the City game with everything in the air. But hey, he's here. I mean, he has said he's here to stay for the summer. Whether in January that might all change, but who cares? If he keeps banging in goals till January, we'll, like anything, he's Harry Kane. Harry Winks. Oh dear, Chris. I thought I needed to put this, you know, this moment may never happen again, that Harry Winks played all right, okay? Got any last minute signs you'd like to see come through the door? Who knows, Woody? I just want a new centre-back and a striker. Obviously, I wanted that Fiorentina guy, but that's not going to happen now. A new striker would be lovely. Sky Sports, exactly, inject it. Sky Sports got nothing else. Well, mind you, now they're going to talk about Ronaldo 24/7. Amazing, he made a tackle and passed it for. Exactly, Craig. That's why he's wearing the sunglasses today. Honestly, I was like, that's not Harry Winks. I was like, that's incredible. Brian Gill's celebration clip, missing the goal video. I know. And that's another topic. Brian Hill. I honestly cannot wait. I mean, lots of people talk about the Kane times like Hill kind of formation type thing with them gelling together. Honestly, whoever he linked up with, it was just incredible. And I feel I wrote this on Twitter. I said, it's exciting now. We've got someone that can dribble with the ball, drive at players, can find a cracking pass, whether that be a through ball or to the feet, to then receive it back in a 1-2 kind of motion, and can actually shoot in front of goal. I was so devastated he didn't actually get a goal last night. But I'm really, really excited for that man. Ronaldo City is off. I know. No subtle hint on Twitter yesterday about... yeah, I may have sorted them, Cody. Move on. Positivity. Exactly, Lynch. Exactly. It's all groovy in the hood. It was an amazing result yesterday. It was, my friend. Like I said, it wasn't the best opposition, but we lost 1-0 to them last week. Obviously, sticking Lucas in, the little ferret that just runs around like a headless chicken, and bringing in the likes of Kane, I think just settled the whole team down, and we really needed that. How many kids at school have you converted to Spurs fans? Alan? Quite a few. I don't think I still have the card, but at the end of the school year, I taught this little girl, Glory, Tottenham Hotspur. And every lunchtime she'd sing it because I was on lunch duty because of COVID and that they needed extra staff at lunchtime. But anyway, her mum gave me a card at the end of the year and said, thanks for all the work you've done this year. Can you please stop teaching my daughter, though, Glory, Tottenham Hotspur, as she's a United fan? I was like, okay. She's in my class next year as well, so I'm going to have to try and teach another version of a Tottenham song because I can understand Glory, Tottenham Hotspur doesn't really sit very well with Man United fans. Fun fact, Hollie does her hair only for hot takes, not for YouTube shorts. Yeah, I can't be asked. Normally, YouTube shorts is from TikTok, and that's after I finish football. So normally, like this week, Hollie's Hotspurs is not going to be Monday this week. It's going to be Wednesday because I'm not about to Wednesday. But you'll probably see a short of me at the festival because I'm going to Victorious in Portsmouth of me talking about the win. So yes, I don't do my hair for shorts normally. Would you offer Kane a new deal? I think you'd be dumb not to. But if the rumours are true that he didn't train because he wants out, who knows? I think it's exciting with Patrici. Have I said his name right this time? Don Fabio. I think it's interesting now with him. And we brought in the likes of Hill, got rid of Lamela, got rid of some Deadwood. Obviously, that's also new that Sissoko could be going to Watford as well. I think with all of that, it could sway Kane to be like, actually, no, this club's actually decided to go places. And that's why I always say, people say, oh, you don't do much about anything else. But I'm seeing progress now that we never had before. So that's, yeah. So possibly, Cody. No, I haven't read anything today. I've been doing media work promoting CPR. Oh, nice, Kylan. Yes, it was all City. It's now changed. It has all changed. It's time to talk about the Ndombele situation now. It's getting out of hand. It just needs to go. I think if Sissoko goes, he'll be gone. And I think Serge Aurier is rumouring about leaving as well. I think Sissoko is like the catalyst because you've got Sissoko, Serge and Ndombele that are all like, they're like the trio of the Three Musketeers. I think if Sissoko goes, the other two will be more likely to go. He weren't sideways passing anymore, right? He looks like prime gigs. You reckon, Lynch? I mean, it's still early doors. I mean, obviously, it was Pacos De Ferreira. It wasn't like wasn't like someone in a league like City, but those signs are really promising. Like I say, his link-up play was phenomenal. His work rate on and off the ball is incredible. He reminds me a bit like Lucas, but with a bit more of a end product, if that makes sense. I love Lucas to bits, but sometimes you're sat there thinking, just pass the ball, mate. But Lucas is coming in leaps and bounds, but Gil, oh my God. I called Hill and Lucas Moura last night the Duracell Bunny. Now, I don't know if some of you are old enough to know what the Duracell Bunny was, but Duracell Bunny was like, for Duracell, the batteries was like the advert, and the Duracell Bunny would go on forever. That's what I feel like those two are. Bailey Hill left a footer player, left wing for Spurs, Winston Bale. Oh, Orange, don't tickle me, mate. Don't get me excited. Gareth Bale was my favourite player as well. That's the reason I play football. I thought Lo Celso was good last night. He always looks good once he gets fit. Then he gets a knock and it's out for a month. Hopefully he can. Stuart, he really scares me because he reminds me a lot of the Mailer. I know they're the same nationality and all that, but do you know what I mean? Seems to be always injured at the wrong times, or like you say, he gets a little knock, then he's injured and he's out. But he's got that fire in him, like Lamela, and he is. I think he's slightly better than Lamela. Well, I think he's a lot better than Lamela. But again, I think he's still got tendencies of going down quite easy. There was moments last night where I'm thinking, so just stay up, mate. Like, he didn't really tackle you that hard. Stay up, and you could have passed the ball on. So I think he needs to maybe adapt that to his game. But yeah, he is looking lively. I hope he can maintain that. Meanwhile, Eric Lamela, yeah, it's just typical, isn't it? I know you can't compare the league he's in now to the Premier League, but it's typical, isn't it? Are we all Manchester City tomorrow? I don't even know the fixtures off the top of my head. I just know that we play Watford on Sunday. Oh shit. No, never City unless playing Liverpool. Chris Man City is catching fire. It is, it's done and dusted. Love the love. Super. Hey, hello Lippman, how are you, my friend? What did you make of Romero yesterday? I thought it was alright. There's at times when I think there was one opportunity, he took a touch and it went a bit AWOL and it wasn't great. He tried to take it with the outside of his foot. I think his decision making needs to be a bit sharper. You're thinking at times, just get rid, mate. You don't need to take a touch there. But I think that will come. I think his fitness is coming along better. And to be fair to him, I think he looked better next to Dyer. And we all know why Sanchez is next to Dyer, because of his pace to mop up after Dyer. But like I've said before, I don't think you should fix something that isn't broken just yet. And I know there is a mistake definitely in Dyer and Sanchez. But at the moment, you can't really take away how good they've been playing. I know it won't last. But I think getting Romero ready to play next to Dyer, I mean, I don't really want Dyer there. But they seemed quite comfortable yesterday. And I know the opposition wasn't fantastic. But it's amazing what happens when you've just got some extra players in the squad, of how calm it gets. Because Romero was... I think he looked okay in the first leg. But having Carter Vickers to him, I think just threw him off. Harry Kane staying. Bale's bossing it back at Madrid. Man City are playing Arsenal at lunchtime tomorrow. Oh, I mean, as much as I want Arsenal to get battered, I mean, it would help us out if it's a draw. If Ndombele upset for being dropped or not, being in the Carabao Cup final, he should look tomorrow for being dropped for the UCL final. Chris, it's an interesting point you've just made that. Exactly. And I think this is the trouble. I think Ndombele has too much of an ego because, like you say, Lucas was probably annoyed that he was dropped for the Champions League final. But he obviously thought, oh, this is a team effort. Our striker's back, Harry Kane. Okay, I've got us this far, but it's a team game. And I think Ndombele just clearly isn't cut out for this Nuno kind of way, because I generally think the team has come back together under Nuno. And I know we've got some new introductions, but it just seems to be a better vibe. And you know my stance on Jose Mourinho. I was always like, well, if you're not good enough, tell them. And they've got two choices about it. But obviously that hasn't really worked with this nature of player. So I just think Nuno's doing well. And like I said, I was very underwhelmed at the fact that we got Nuno in, but it seems to be working a treat at the moment. So let's hopefully we can maintain that. Arteta to be sacked, lost his next game. Honestly, I feel sorry for us. I don't know how I've even saying this, but I thought at times being a Spurs fan was horrendous. But watching Arteta, I genuinely think he's lost the plot. I don't think there's a brain in there anymore. I really don't. I mean, all of us Spurs fans want him to stay because he's doing wonders for us, but Jesus. What's the latest on Adama? Would you happy with the five at the back with him at right like that? See, this is the discussion. Like Max said the other week, if you haven't watched that video, you probably have, because it's gone a bit nutty, that video. And that's probably where some of you have come from, actually. If you've never watched Hollie's Hot Takes, welcome. It's just me now talking to you lot. On Adama, I'm not too sure. I'm not completely convinced. I know he's going to be quality because he's played in the Prem before. He just doesn't really have any end product. and he's just a bit oily and muscly. But we have Stevie B that, okay, isn't as muscly and oily as Adama, but he has the ability there, and we saw glimpses of it against Paco, but the end product just isn't there. And I feel like, do we really want to go spend 40 million on another winger when we've got Hill, Bergwijn, Lucas, trying to think of people off the top of my head, Sonny if he plays out in that position, Dele Alli if he plays out in that position at times. I just think it's too much to juggle with personally. Obviously I want Doherty gone, so could we potentially see him at right wing back? Who knows? But then Tanganga's been playing excellently at right wing back, and this is also something I said as well. Obviously with Tanganga argument, yes, I think he's a quality centre back, and that is his position. But obviously there was a time where he could have gone out on loan at the start of this transfer window, and it's been very much hit and miss. But I think he might have had that discussion with Nuno, and the fact that he's been playing really well at right back, and he's decided, actually, I want to play at right back. Now, if he stays at right back, we don't need Adama. So for me, I'd rather just keep Tanganga where he is. He's playing excellent. I just hope that he's now sat there and had a long think and said, right back is now my position, because we don't want another dire situation where he's played all over the park and now he's a bit shit in the position he's in. But I think because of how well Tanganga's playing and the fact that he hasn't gone on loan this season because he's getting first team football, I don't really want Adama in that sense, because I think we need to address the other positions, like Stuart said earlier, centre-back, striker, centre-mid. Ericsson, Trippier, Bale, we have a habit of letting free kick takers leave and not replacing them. But Lo Celso, ladies and gents, no, I'm joking, I don't know how that keeper didn't save it. Thoughts on Sissoko to Watford? I'm down. Snap our hands off, take him. Obviously, he can link up back with Danny Rose. Danny Rose is there, but he can go, mate. I think we've all had enough of Sissoko. And he, like I said, he's the catalyst of keeping Serge Aurier and Ndombele at the club. And we kind of want them gone, really. I know that if Ndombele goes, he's going to have an absolute worldie wherever he goes. But it's just his attitude isn't right for Tottenham Hotspur. Dyer and Sanchez have been good so far, but Man City didn't have a striker, and Wolves don't have too much up front either. Jimenez will take time. I think we need to get Romero in before Chelsea. Agreed. I think maybe Watford at the weekend played Dyer and Sanchez again, because obviously there's a little break, isn't there, after that? I get so confused with the fixture list. My head's in loads of different places at the moment, but I think so. I think you might be right there, Stuart. That's an interesting take. Like I said, I think playing Romero yesterday was good, get some more match fitness. But I'm going to throw it to you, Stuart, actually. Who do you think will partner up with Romero? Who would you stick next to Romero? Don Robbie is more famous than any of these Arsenal players these days. Well, Don Robbie, I'm getting to like Don Robbie because my mate Abby Summers has now got a new show on that channel. And I love Abby to bits. And Abby gets a lot of hate, but I don't know why, because it's literally her job to make content. Arteta in. Yes, Chris. You know how I feel about Adama, indeed. Winks did good last night. Exactly, Littman. That's why he's got his sunglasses on, man. And I've got my Winks top on. I live in lavish. Ndombele might change when Aurier and Sissoko leave. I think the three of them together could have been disruptive in the Amazon documentary. Mourinho was gutted Sissoko had so much influence in the team. That is true, I guess, Craig. That is true. Mind you, I've said with Winks, when your form dips that low, you just need to get rid of. But I've still clung on to Winks. But I agree to an extent. But you think after, regardless if they're disruptive or not, if there's talent there, it should have shown itself by now. We've only really seen glimpses of it. And you can't even use the fact that he's not fit anymore. Because in training, you can see how slim he's got. So I really don't know. I think his head just isn't in it, to be honest. I just don't think so. But who knows? People can change. Look at Dele Alli. I mean, on the show the week just gone, David made a great point about Dele Alli I didn't even think of. The fact that Dele Alli wasn't called up for England for the Euros. He had that break and he sorted himself out. He looks in tip-top condition now. So who knows whether we can push on this season? I really hope so, because we all miss the Dele of old. It's just time will tell. And like I said, against City, there was productivity there, just not a lot of killer balls, not a lot of that not productivity, sorry. There was a lot of energy off the ball, winning the tackles back. There wasn't a lot of productivity. But then against, who did we play last week? My blind's gone blank. Against Wolves, there was a bit more productivity. So he's getting there. Thought Dossy was Nuno's favourite Wolves, why has he started Dossy for us? And my mate Jade is a Wolves fan and she can't stand him, so apparently he wasn't that great towards he's got no real end product again. And he's kind of in the middle. He's not a good defender. He's not good at going forward, so we don't really know what he is. Have you ever wanted to play for Tottenham Hotspur Ladies? I played against Tottenham Hotspur Ladies when I was about 15, but it's travelling. It's too far for me living on the south coast, sadly. I blame my dad for that, for moving. What's your best and worst North London derby memory? Best is when Harry Kane scored with that mask on from like the corner post, and he scored. He ran off, took his mask off. Worst, I actually can't remember off the top of my head, because what happens is I just forget about them. I put them in the back of my mind and let them sit there. Otherwise, it causes great distress. Reggie, Roden, Sanchez, Dyer, Tanganga, Adama at the back five. If Sanchez and Dyer knew how to defend, that could be a decent to get to UCL next season. I don't know why Roden doesn't play, you know. I just don't know. I'm not sure about Adama. I'm not sure. It's a good shout. I just don't know. I really don't know. But then Nuno knows him best. Thoughts on Son being our new set piece taker? Who knows, to be honest. We haven't really got anyone, have we? Healthy Rodon over Dyer, Sanchez with Romero. You reckon? So you'd play Rodon and Romero? Double R. I like it, Scott. Ndombele is a proof that even if you're naturally talented and have poor attitudes, you can't make it in the big life. Exactly that. It's just you don't have the desire to want to improve, to want to get on that pitch. What's the point of you being there? Delhi is still... Oh, I missed it. Delhi's only still productive 15, 20 minutes each match. I agree to an extent. I think the trouble is, Scott, I'm not going to defend him because, like I said in previous shows like this, back in January, I said I would have loved him to go out on loan because I just think he needs a change of scenery. But to be positive about it, he's actually doing something now. I know the productivity isn't sustaining, but he's actually tracking back. He's actually trying to... I mean, he covered the most kilometres against City, and I know that doesn't win you football matches, but it's improving signs. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I think his confidence still needs to get there. I mean, I think I heard something on the commentators yesterday saying, all the hamstring injuries he's had. I suppose it does take your toll on it. I'm not going to sit here and be like trying to defend him, but I agree. I still think he needs to do a lot more work, but the signs are more promising. Sanchez isn't very good on the left, so it's probably Dyer in the back two. They can all play in the back three with Sanchez in the middle. Very true, Craig. Hello, Darren. He's got his sunglasses on because last night he actually played all right, and I don't know when that will ever happen again, so he can have the sunglasses on. Having said that, when we want to play a high line, then Sanchez will be my choice for Romero. Yeah, because of his pace. The only good asset he has is his pace. Afternoon. Hello, John. Welcome. Wink. Who's the best centre-back at Tottenham? Who knows anymore? It's very hard, I think, Orange, because I don't think we've necessarily seen enough of Rodon. Romero is still trying to find his feet, I think, to an extent. We all know that, obviously, Romero is the best player. I forget what league it is, wherever he's come from. So the signs are promising. But I don't think I can pinpoint who our best one yet is. We definitely know it's not Dyer or Sanchez. But in terms of best, I'm not really too sure. John says Romero, fair shout. I'll sort United or Spurs out one day. Might just take a few years to get there. Thanks, Carlin. Adama opens up space for other players. True, you do need someone off the ball to work the space. But I just think for 40 million, do we really need that? I don't know. But then at right wing back... Possibly. Like I say, I think Nuno's worked with him before, so Nuno's probably the best shout to nobody wants. Those who haircut tangents for you reckon? Not going to the gym over the summer, though. Why is Romero playing backup and Dyer and Sanchez? Because he's only just come in, isn't he? We all say getting adjusted to the Premier League is a big ask. We've seen it with many players. We were hoping that Ndombele would have fitted in sooner than he has, but he hasn't. But we've mentioned that's probably an attitude problem. I don't necessarily think he's playing backup. I think Nuno's easing him in, if that makes sense. There's no point chucking Romero in straight away in the deep end. Get him some match fitness, get him playing with the lads, know how we play, and then go from there. Because it's one thing adjusting to a new team to then adjusting to a new league as well. Hollie, I don't think we need any signs except Adama. We should include winks, wink, and a deal with Wolves. He'll look better in yellow. Be nice. Chris, you're going to ruin my fun after he's had an excellent game last night against Paco. No, I do know what you're saying. I think we've all been saying for a long time that Winks needs to leave. If there is a swap deal for Winks and Adama, which brings Adama's price down, okay, I might have a little chat about it. But for 40 mil, I'm not feeling it, sadly. I think we need to sort out areas in other positions. And I know people say, oh, yeah, but it'll go to another club and he'll do wonders. And I think that's what Max said. And I agree to an extent as well. But I think we need to fix the other problems first, if that makes sense. We'll have too many wingers otherwise. Unless he's coming in to play right wing back, then okay. But then that leaves Tanganga out. And I feel like Tanganga's stayed because he's getting regular football at right back. So I just think there's a lot of different things to play in that deal if it's to happen. It's not just the money kind of things. I think it's also the other players. But it's all right. I won't be horrible to you, Chris. Thoughts on who's that? My friend Lynch. Well said, Orange. Lloris man of the match against Wolves, so that's saved. Dyer out. You reckon? Adama is overrated, no end product. That's what I mean, John. We've got Stevie B that kind of has no end product. And I think Stevie B's just needed an injection of confidence. I was just gutted he didn't score last night. Once again, he's at the post. It's just very frustrating. If Romero was thrown in and didn't adjust the Prem, that would have been Nuno would have get slated by Spurs fans. Exactly. I think we need to ease Romero in. We all want to see him in the Prem because we all think he's going to be one of our best centre-backs. But again, like I've said, it's one thing to adapt to a new manager's style of play, coming into a new team and a new country to then adapt to the Premier League as well. So I think it's just too soon just to chuck him into a Premier League game, which is why I think he's featured both in these Conference League games. But Romero was the best centre here last season. He should surely replace Dyer in defence straight away. I agree, but again, it's to learn the dynamic and the duo at the back of Nuno's style. This is what I mean. You've got to learn Nuno's style. You've got to learn the players around you. You've got to learn the way we play football. You've got to settle into your new home in London. And then you've also got to adapt to the Premier League. I think it's all too soon. If he was like in the Serie A, went to a different team, fair enough, because he knows how the league works. But we all know the Premier League is completely different to every other league around the world. That he has to prove he can play well consistently. It's been years since we proved he could do that week after week. Agreed. I'm hoping this is the season because I said this last season. I think David mentioned it on the show as well. The fact that he was excellent when Jose first came in and then it petered off. And like I said, I think it's just a mental motivation game in himself, if that makes sense. And that's why I thought a move away would done him wonders in January because it would have worked both ways. It would have increased his price if he played really well at PSG. He would have been with Poch. He knows Poch. He was like his father figure basic to him and it sold him. And plus, it's just a change of scenery. Play with different players. That league's a little bit slower and he'll be playing with world-class players around him. So, but again, we'll just have to wait and see if he does prove himself. Hello, Jag. Welcome. Good morning from the States. Hello. Is a player in Barcelona. Oh, interesting. You can say I haven't done my homework this morning. Stevie B has 3 managers to settle in. How many more does he need? Agreed, John. But I'm not going to sit here and back him. I'm just saying, under Jose, I don't think he naturally played his position, if that makes sense. He was forced to sit back under Jose Ball. So give him a little bit of slack, but I agree. It's very frustrating to see a player that, again, has potential, isn't living up to it. I just think with a bit more confidence, we're slowly seeing that. Nuno, I think, obviously, I've said this many times before, and it's probably very boring, but Højbjerg and Skip allow the other players just to free roam in front of him. Like Dele Alli, like I said, his work rate's increased because he's got more freedom. The same with Stevie B. The same with Hill in a sense. They've got more freedom to just kind of do what they want and play forward rather than thinking, oh shit, we've got that shit back 4, or oh shit, there's only one in the middle and it's Højbjerg who has to carry everyone. We've got 2 sat in there now. So yeah, it'll be. I know what you're saying. It is very frustrating. Can you leave him again? Well, they played all right, man. Mind you, you might be getting Ronaldo. I think we might need to just build a brick wall. We won't get everything sorted out in one summer if we can replace Orion Sissoko. We've had a pretty good transfer. I agree, and this is the one thing I'm very happy to see this year. The fact that we ship out Gazzaniga, we get in Galini. We ship out Lamela. Can't remember who we got in for Lamela. Was it Hill? Do you know what I mean? There's been goings and innings, but decent innings for once. Not just random players from here, there, and everywhere. Guaranteed, I haven't necessarily heard of these players before. But once you do a bit of research, you know they're a bit... not prolific's probably not the right word, but you don't have to Google them just to find YouTube clips of how good they are. Like, they've been talked about, which is quite nice. See if we should have these 5-star skimmers on FIFA skill against Wolves. Agreed. Are you excited about the Europa Conference draw? Yes, actually, I've found who we've got. Now, when I saw the list being out of the teams, I was like, oh, for fuck's sake, not Roma, and please not Ghent, because many moons ago in the Europa League, it's the first and last game. My family, so my mum, my dad, my sister, and me went to watch Tottenham play, and it was against Ghent. Now, if anybody can remember that game at Wembley, I think we lost 1-0. We were in the heavens, and it was just dry watching it. So I was glad we didn't play them. But I think our draw's not too bad. I've heard people complaining that it's like one of the hardest draws to get, but I don't think so. I think we'll be all right. Right, where is it? Let me see. Please do not butcher me for the sayings of these teams. So we've got Stade Rennais. I think that's how you say it. They're French. Vitesse, I've butchered that. That's where Stevie Bergwijn's from. And NS Mora, and I don't know what that flag is. But there's no Ghent, so who knows? It could be very interesting. I'm excited. This is a cup competition. People say, oh, it's just a tin pot, a cup. But I don't care. If we win it, we win it. Do you know, it's a cup in Europe. Who cares? Pochettino is begging Levy to transfer budget 2 years late. Poch has Messi. I know. Well, Mbappe is going, apparently. We'll have to wait and see about that. Pochettino couldn't cope with Eriksen's ego. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to cope with all those big guns, but I wish good luck to him. We all do. I hope Romero don't do an Aurier because he has a reputation of getting loads of cards when he was agreed. Darren, that was something I was going to talk about, actually. I'm glad you brought that up. He does seem a bit of a loose cannon in the sense of getting those bookings, which is quite worrying. But at the end of the day, I think this is what I mean. You saw him do that challenge last night and he got booked. And I don't know what the ref was on last night, but that was never a high foot or a foul. So I think we'd be all right, to be fair. I think Romero has got a more defensive brain than Dyer and Sanchez. So you would hope that he wasn't committing those sort of challenges in the box. So, yeah, it is quite an interesting thing to see that he has had the most or nearly the most bookings in that league. But we'll have to wait and see. I just think he's got more of a defensive nous than obviously Sergio Aurier and Dyer. Mbappe or Haaland, who's better? Oh, I can't answer that question. I ain't got a bloody clue. Thoughts on Messi and Ramos playing in the same team? Nuts. I still don't think that's real. Seeing Messi in a shirt that isn't Barcelona is very strange. Haven't you noticed that most of the players are playing better because we have Romero and Gil pushing for places? Agreed. Competition for place is 100% a thing. But I feel last year we had competition for place, and I still say this, but we didn't have enough quality. So there wasn't really any competition for place. Do you see what I mean? The year before, we had a problem because we didn't have enough players in the squad. So it meant when Sonny was injured, when Kane was injured, we were fucked, basically. And there was a lot of other injuries where some games I was like, oh my God, what is this lineup? But now we overcame that by getting enough players to fill these places and to have good squad depth. That's what I was looking for. We just don't have the quality. Whereas now we have the quality and the depth, I feel. Obviously, there's still more places to fill, like we spoke about already today with centre-back, centre-mid and a striker. But it's very interesting. It's exciting times. 2009, Modric Bell played together. Madness, isn't it? Absolute madness. I've got a picture on my wall, actually, of signed of Modric, Kyle Walker, Bale and Adebayor. Mad times. Imagine the scenes when Ronaldo wins UCL for United and Messi goes utter scenes, Kylan. Hill reminds me of Modric. You reckon? You're giving him that status already? Giving him that status already? Wowee. I mean, I'm excited. Like I said, he's young. He drives with the ball, but he drives, unlike Lucas, I feel Lucas just drives and drives and drives and drives and drives until he hits a block. I think with Hill, the difference is he will drive, but he'll know exactly when to make that killer pass. And don't get me wrong, I think Lucas is improving heavily on that, but Hill just naturally has it, and it's nice to see. Ramos has his work cut out trying to protect Messi and Neymar from League One bullies, you reckon? Thank you, John. I appreciate it. If you are new to the channel, some of you might be, because obviously that Adama video went a bit nuts, I must admit. So if you are new to the channel, thank you very much for joining to Hollie's Hot Takes. It's a new dynamic, because normally in host mode, I don't really say a lot in the sense of adding to the conversation, if that makes sense. Well, this is just, you can ask me questions and I'll fire them back to you. So if you are new, thank you very much. If you're brand new, please remember to hit that subscribe button. Will there be a third coming in the bell after his contract expires? Who knows, Orange? yeah, everything about him quality is shining through. Exactly. And I know people say, oh, but it's a Conference League. You've played Paco De Ferreira. But we played Paco De Ferreira the week before and it was horrendous. Last night we actually saw some quality. And like I said, I just hope that he brings that into the Premier League. But to be honest, his confidence is going through. So if he keeps it up, we'll have no problems in the Premier League with him. So it is exciting to see that we've actually signed a player that's got some actual potential. I like this hot takes. Thank you. It's like I said, it's when I used to do videos that were pre-recorded, you've probably got a lot more of my personality. When we do Hollie's Hotspurs, I'm very much in like host mode. Whereas this is quite nice just to chat to you and you kind of get to know my personality as well, which might be a bit bonkers. Spot on, Hollie. More runs with his head down, Gilroy's his heads up. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. And though I think Lucas is coming on leaps and bounds, but he already naturally has it. So it's exciting. Surely we got to renew Lewis's contract. Really is decent, but I don't know, Orange. I think it's too soon. I generally think it's too soon. I think we've got Galini in to potentially overtake Lloris and ship Lloris out, because there was talk that obviously Lloris did want to have a move on. So I don't know. I think Galini's phasing in. I quite like Galini. I loved Gazzaniga when he came in because Lloris broke his elbow, didn't he? But I just think Galini adds a bit more. His presence in goal, I think, is a bit more than Gazzaniga, even though Gazzaniga was massive, if that makes sense. I don't know. I just think that's why we've got Galini in. He's a step up from Gazzaniga, and I just think Lloris will phase out. Do you see Dane Scott as a future England national? Yes, because I think he has been called up to the Young Lions today. Like I said, I think playing him against Pacos De Ferreira was great. He just didn't have the players around him to know what he wants to do. Obviously, Lo Celso was playing the ball to his feet and he wanted it in behind. But yeah, I think he's got a great future ahead of him. There's rumours going around that he has the potential to be better than Harry Kane. So whether he lives up to that reputation, who knows? But at the moment, it's all looking good. Rennes is our group on the top 4 teams of Roma and Union Berlin to go through the group stage. It looks like us and Rennes. Oh, okay. I butchered Rennes. Is it Rennes or is it pronounced Rennes? I've definitely butchered that. But yeah, I saw people saying that it was quite a tough group. And I was thinking, well, there's no bloody Ghent and there's no Roma, so it's happy days. Because Ghent lives rent-free in my head after watching that crap a few years ago in the Europa League. I remember it was a breath of fresh air showing Diane Sanchez what to... Exactly. And this is what I mean. This is why I'm not too worried about his yellow cards and his bookings, because he has a better defensive mouse than those two. He won't commit those sort of fouls, I hope, touch wood, in the box. Oh, Jesus. What stand you sit in? Now, anywhere, Lynch, to be honest. I sadly don't have a season ticket and I'm not a One Hotspur member because obviously I play football, which means I train twice a week, which then also means I do this and I work full time. So getting to Tottenham from the South Coast is a bit of a ball ache. So literally when I'm going to the Chelsea game, I've got a few friends that obviously if they can't make it to the game, they let me have their ticket sort of thing. So anywhere really. But like I say, I'm 99% sure I'm going. Well, not 90. I'm 80% sure I'm going to the Chelsea game. So that'd be exciting. We have 10 years anniversary party for Lloris. Agreed. People should realise that last night we opened up a team that parked the bus. Agreed, Darren. That's a good spin on it. They were parking the bus, and although it was only Paco De Ferreira, they did park the bus very well. I mean, there was at times you saw Romero driving forward, and I was like, mate, where are you going? You get head rush. But yeah, agreed. We struggle against teams like that. Like we struggle against teams that decide to park the bus. So the fact that we had those players last night that were able to break that down, hopefully gives you a bit more positivity in the league, but we'll have to wait and see. I like your personality. Oh, thank you. Legend. Cheers, Jag from across the pond. I love that saying. It's such a sick saying. Galini has faster distribution than Lloris, gives us more options. Crocodocus. Have I said that right? Agreed. This is what I mean. I think Lloris, I wouldn't have the nerve to say he's gone backwards because that's not true. I just feel like you said, Galini just adds something else to the game, if that makes sense. And I do think Galini will overtake Lloris. I think that's why we brought Galini in. I don't think Gazzaniga was necessarily at that level with Lloris, but I think Galini's going to, because Galini's quite young still, he's going to I think it's going to overtake Lloris in that kind of sense, because we do need a new goalkeeper for the future. And yes, he did get the most Premier League appearances in a Tottenham shirt, so good on to him. But like I say, sadly, there comes a time when it must come to an end. Fun fact, Gazaniga was voted as one of the most handsome footballers. I don't disagree with that. Galini is a lot better with his feet, and I think that suits style we wanting to play. Yeah, that's what I mean. He's also like a what's it called? Oh, what's that game you play where like the goalie just comes out? I can't remember what it's called. My brain's gone dead. But yeah, he's that's the reassuring thing as well. You can play it to his feet. He don't mind having it. Not saying that Lloris don't mind having it. I just think he's more comfortable. No, Steve Hitchen is now Don Patrici's little brother, it seems, or his little twin. He copies everything he does. I know this is not Spurs talk, but Sky Sports are reporting that Manchester United are in advanced talks to Cristiano Ronaldo. So what are your thoughts on Ronaldo going to Man United? Well, I think there would have been uproar if he went to City. People saying that it would have tarnished his reputation if he went to City. So at least all will be calm in Manchester, if that makes sense, in that kind of board. It'd be very interesting. I mean, it excites the title race once again, doesn't it? Man City it could be Man City, United and Chelsea this season. Makes it a little bit more exciting. Thank you, Lynch. Yeah, it's just so mad to see, isn't it? And it'd be I'm one for nostalgia, which is quite bad. But it'd be nice for him to come back for United fans. A bit like when Bale came back for us, that kind of thing. Like it's nice nostalgia. Insurance too. If Hugo goes, we're not desperate for a keeper. Exactly. Very true. I feel like that's a Don Patrici or Don Fabio, however you say his name, tactic. And this is what I'm saying. I know people say, obviously, the egg behind me. And yes, I will openly say I did go to the protest because I wasn't happy the way our club were dealing business. But after that, and I know people say, oh, yeah, but Levy was looking for a director of football for a long time and Patrice was the man. Yeah, but he never went and did it, did he, till now? So the fact that we have someone in that knows what they're doing with transfers, has a lot of contacts, I think is very helpful. And that's what I'm saying. I will keep until, like, this is what I mean, things are actually happening now. We're signing decent players and I don't really have a lot to moan about. I just hope now that we will actually excel and get the trophy that all of us fans have wanted for a very long time. I think I was bloody 12 the last time we won something. Dias Sanchez plays centre-back position by reacting to what happens to them, hence last-minute tackles. Rodon Romero, exactly, proactive. That's a key word I like to use. But that's because they have a more defensive nous. Like I said, Dyer was a CDM. This is why I want, if Tanganga is staying at Tottenham, that's why he needs to stay at right back. He needs to stop switching up his positions. It's nice to have someone that's versatile, but I don't know. I think playing in CDM to then centre back, I know it's the same position on the field, sort of. It's just further back, but it's a totally different ball game than what your job is. I just hope that obviously Tanganga stays at right back now if that's where he's going to play all season. Juventus have just received an official bid from Manchester United for Cristiano Ronaldo. They're ready to find agreement. Oh wow, it's mad. So mad, this transfer window. I've seen a video of Romero and he likes to come forward saying that he'll be hard in his tackles and use his brain, use his body to win a ball, a bit like Højbjerg. Oh, music to my ears, Alan. But no, like I said, against Pacos, I was like, where on earth are you going? But that's where we need someone as well that's going to, obviously, this dynamic of Skip and Højbjerg will allow him maybe to go forward because one of them will sit. Which is very interesting. Very, very interesting. Patrici votes orders at the team more than passion. The game that goalies come out is Arsenal football. Right, oh, God. Can you imagine if Arsenal get relegated because of Ramsdale? He'll literally be the biggest jinx in football. Lord Levy Voldemort, master of the dark arts. Creed Crate. I'd like to call him the egg. Wait, I can't get my finger in the right place. I like to call him the egg. But like I said, I'm not happy that people are calling him a saint because he managed to keep Kane. Well, if that was the case, Levy, and you actually did what you actually done with Patricia getting the director of football, Kane wouldn't be in the position of wanting to leave. So that really pissed me off. But yes, Levy has made moves in getting a director of football and is actually spending some money. So in that kind of sense, I'm more happy with Daniel Levy. Which is it? It's pronounced Partici. Oh, Partici. Sorry, I'm very bad with pronunciation. Do you trust Tanganga hold down the right back spot? Yeah. I think so, unless Adama comes in. But like I said, I don't think that's going to happen because there's that whole talk, wasn't there, Lynch, about Tanganga potentially going on loan, and I think he's had a chat with Nuno because he's getting regular play in that right back position. I think that's why he's staying, because Sergio Roy isn't going to get in there, and Matt Doherty is shit. So let's be honest. I think unless we do not sign a right back, Tanganga needs to stay there. Just what Sports News started having a pie. I told you, Cullen. What happens to Super League clubs not having money this summer? Lol. Well, it's probably because we've got money for the Anthony Joshua fight and Lady Gaga and all that shit that's going on. This is what I mean. That's a whole other ball game in itself. How fun was it to watch Gil yesterday? Honestly, that man is a Duracell bunny. I keep saying it. Duracell bunny has the drop. Like I've said countless times already. He looks up when he wants to pass the ball. I do compare him to Lucas Moura, but Lucas Moura just runs and runs and runs until he breaks into a player. Gil will run and run and run, see a pass, play it. That's the difference. When you saw Voldemort, I get reminded of yourself. Yeah, he does look like Voldemort. The bad part of Spurs now having a DOF is that he does not have the final say in making decisions. Levy has a scapegoat if things go poorly. I do agree to an extent, but I think Patrici was the man that told Daniel Levy, you've got to pay more for Romero, because I think the deal kept going, didn't it? And I know it's a loan as well, but I think even for the loan, he was getting a bit titchy about how much money he was spending. So I agree to an extent. It does mean that he has like someone to blame. But I think it's one of the best signings of the summer getting him in. I think it was our best 1v1 defender. Agreed. And it would be nice to play him in the middle, but I think with all the centre backs we have, and I know they're shit, most of them, but I don't know. I think because he's playing so well at right back, he needs to stay. So is Romero. Mm-hmm. Adama actually bypassed Tanganga 3 times during the Wolves game. Yeah, but that's Adama. Frodola has name checked. No Messi, no Ronaldo, no game. Why? No class. Hate City more than Arsenal right now. Bob, it's fun. Enjoy it while it lasts. Inject it. I just think it's funny, like you say. It shows that he obviously doesn't have any pulling power apart from money, it seems. And even that's not working anymore. So it's probably because they know they'll be in the Champions League, but they won't win it. Ryan reminds me of Mitchell at Swansea, legend. Ooh. Tanga didn't want him diving for a pen. Could be that as well. He is quite oily. He'd probably slip across the floor. I think I keep saying his name wrong. I think Don Fabio is a different sort of DOF. I think he'll be off the moment Levy starts messing around. I can imagine he's aware of the budget and that's a challenge I reckon he is realising. Agreed. He gives me like a no-nonsense vibe, if that makes sense. And I think that's why, unlike when Jose came in and said, I want this, this and that, I don't think necessarily Jose was probably strong-willed enough in a sense that he just threw his toys out the pram. But that's kind of a trait of Jose, isn't it? But I think because I think Patrici knows what he's talking about more so than Daniel Levy, because we all know Daniel Levy is shit at transfers in a sense that he offered bloody Jack Grealish €5 and I think it was Josh Onoma, kind of shows that he's actually out of his depth. So I think he will kind of listen more to what he says. So I think you are true there. I think if he does have enough, he'll just go. Levy hasn't done anything. Man City didn't come close to meeting the valuation to open for thoughts. No Levy masterclass. Exactly, but people are calling him the best ever because he didn't budge. And all I'm saying is, if Daniel Levy was more proactive beforehand, Harry Kane wouldn't have a question of leaving. But anyway, enough of the egg. Fun fact, Guardiola is yet to win a Champions League without Messi in his team. Dun, 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 dun. I'm not doing well at EPL Fantasy, but I think that's what we need to talk about as well. I will get that up for you guys in a minute. Pup just said City did everything to get Kane, but Spurs didn't want to entertain them. Just put his phone off the hook, I think. So far, the transfer window is 2 out of 10. We need one more first-team players for all the reputation Paramagogo brings. Levy is still signing the checks. I agree, Bob, to an extent. I think, like you said, we haven't really got anyone in the side I would potentially slip straight into the starting 11. Obviously, Romero, I think Romero is probably the next person that is going to slot into that back line. But yeah, I agree. There's no one in that team that you're thinking it's for the here and now. We're all very excited about Hill. But again, I think that's going to not take time. But I don't think it's, like we said, something you can slot in straight away. But I am excited. It's more promising than last year, Bob, I think. I know it's shit to look at it that way. And we I know you know me and I know you. You want more. You want more from this club, and they're not giving it to us. But where credit is due, I'll give it in the sense that we've actually shipped out some shitters like Lamela. I know he's bossing it at Seville now, but we've actually shifted some players out and brought some in. But I think this painful rebuild that Pochettino's alluded to is actually finally started. I think when Sissoko leaves, which hopefully he is to Watford, then you can officially say, okay, the rebuild is commencing. I get worried about someone using a lot of Vaseline. Oh, wowee. He did sign Kane up to a 6-year deal with no clause, so I guess there's credit for that. I'm no pro Levy, by the way, but credit where it's due. I don't necessarily think it's credit. I think it's just snidiness. Is that a word? I think it's like if you've got your... This is another thing as well. I know people say, oh, they didn't chain Harry Kane to sign a 6-year deal. It's his own fault. But if I was given, say, to my job, I was given a new pay rise, a new fancy car, say, promised all these things that all these players would come in, you're not going to turn that down, are you, for your club that you love or for the job you love? So I think it's a bit... I wouldn't give him credit. I'd be like, that's crafty in a sense. He knew exactly what he was doing because it is his best asset, and you want to protect your best asset. So I think it's clever and cunning, if that makes sense. Who do you play for? The mighty Eastleigh FC. I've actually got my shorts on. Look, this. Well, this is actually this is last year's kit. Oh, it's inside out. Eastleigh ladies. They do have a YouTube channel. We are playing my old team next week, which will be interesting at the Silver Lake. So that should be quite fun. But look, mighty Eastleigh up the Spitfires. Whee! So yeah, that's who I play for. Sissoko replaced another Tottenham reject, Caputo Watford. Who don't talk about FPL? I will get it up in a minute. I like Watford. I've played at Watford. Well, I played in a Watford tournament, but that sort of counts there, John. Who signed the Spurs kit in the background? Oh, this one. So you might know my name from a video that happened at Christmas where Højbjerg read my Christmas joke out. And Chris Cowden ran the competition, and I won the competition. And it's literally just the whole Spurs team. So Harry Kane's on there. I don't know what year. It was last year, but it's obviously not last year's kit. So the team pretty much that's in it this year. I think Bale's on there. I think. What Bale's signature up? The top one I know is Harry Kane. I don't know if you can see it. The top one would probably be AIA. It's Harry Kane. That one might be... Who's that? Oh, Davies is on there. That's Toby. That's number 4. 21. Who's 21? 18. That's Gio. So yeah, there's players on there. I'm a President Pro Legendary one. I'm a Pro Legend. Nah, I wouldn't go that far. Only for taking Sissoko. Oh, fair enough. I get that. Yeah. And then the England one, I don't know what year that was. That was signed in 17. So whoever was in the England squad in 2017, that's the England one. Yeah, I think it's the 1920 team. Wait, where's the signed thing at the top? Hang on. Signed shirt 2019-2020. It was signed in 2019-2020, so that's the year. Yeah, you're right, Cullen. We have brought players for 22.50 and sold players for... We've made a profit, ladies and gents. No, more needs to be done. Like I said, we've got... I don't actually know when the transfer window shuts. Is it next week? We've got a little while to ship players. And I'm just very happy that Harry Kane's here and I don't have to stress about it anymore. But let's get this FPL up, shall we? Let's get this FPL up. Right, you've all been waiting for it. I'm actually not doing too bad this week, so we're living lavish. So if you're not in the EPL thing, I'm sorry about this, but here we go. So this is the Agenbar FPL. Well, this is my team. Where's the league? Oh Jesus, I'm 106. I've gone up. So the Agenbar League, right? We have Liam at the top. Oh my God, these people are on so many points. Larice the Hounds, what a name. What a name. So this is the team at the Mo. When's the deadline? Does anyone know? I actually don't know. I think it's next week. I genuinely think it's next week. So on the Hollie Agonbar League, the highest person, Liam, Boiling Goalie FC, is on 181. Can we actually see his team? I bet. Oh, he's got Ings in his team. Disgusting behaviour. No, we're not about that. Let's go back. That's disgusting behaviour. Why would you have Danny Ings in your team? Is it too late to try? I don't think so. I do not think so, Stuart. Let me find it. Hang on. Can I invite people to join this league? Here we go. Right, I'll stick that in the chat. So if you have the fantasy football app, it's the Premier League one, by the way, Stuart. That's the code to join, my friend. You can join that way. Eric Dyer might have been in the team in 2022. Oh my god, please don't say that, Alan. What number is Dyer? Not all of them have. Who's TW? Honestly, I don't know what half. Oh my god, that's Musa Sissoko. Musa Sissoko's on there as well. Anyway, back to this. I already advised you to add Ronaldo to your FPL team, Hollie. Just said earlier he's Manchester bound. I did. I might have to do that, you know. No, you can join whenever, just won't have points until game week after you join. Oh, okay. So you won't have your previous points. Hey, Kurt, hello. I put your message up first when you said you set the reminder. I'll write that. We're just looking at the FPL team at the moment and how shit I'm doing. Where's the thingy? No, on leagues and cups. So we currently have Liam at the top that's balling. Oh my god, my mate from our football team is 8th. Wolf and Wanderers. Oh my god. I'm like right at the bottom. Anybody recognise their name? I mean, I'm here. Winks at your nan. Ace. So we have to see who. Otherwise, Lukaku came for Golden Boot. Kane. Ronaldo going to be the most expensive player in FPL. You reckon? Well, who is the most expensive at the moment? Is it Salah? Oh shit, wrong button. Is it Salah who's the most expensive? Kane all the way for Golden Boot. Love that, Kurt. I don't even know who the most expensive player is. Anybody know? I suppose if you make a transfer, it'll tell you, won't it? All players. Max cost 12.6. Don't even know who it is. VVD's got to be expensive, but then again, you don't get many points for defenders, do you? So probably not. I think I'm 80th or something. Kylan, you're doing better than me. Van Dijk. I don't think you don't get many points though. So Sissoko's Stuart, you're having me on, aren't you? You are having me on. You're definitely having me on. I'm actually going to type it in. Oh, what spell? Sissoko. Search. Oh, you had me on, Stuart, you egg. You had me on, Sam. Yeah, anyway, I'm doing shit and everybody else is doing very well in the FPL. So make sure you do join it if you haven't already. My team's a bit pants. Where's how do I? Oh, here's my team. I mean, I've got Pulisic in. I mean, what am I on? Should we stick Trossard in? I have it. Oh shit! I need to put Harry Kane in because now he's staying. This was before the whole Harry Kane business. What's your thoughts on System Surge almost out the door? Happy days. I told you probably missed it, Kurt, but I said that Sissoko is the catalyst for Ndombele and what's his face? Serge Ndombele. Yeah, for Serge Ndombele. So as soon as Sissoko's gone, boom, they'll all leave and it'll be happy days. Why isn't? I don't know, Alan. I think it's because it was a bit up and down and whether he was staying or not. I don't know. Obviously, if he went to City, would he be playing all the time? I don't know. Hello, Official Cow. Welcome to the stream. Like I said, if you are new to Hollie's Hot Takes, it's the show where I basically take all your questions, your comments, and I talk about them, basically. I mean, there is normally a theme. Obviously, we have spoken about yesterday's game and why Winks has sunglasses on at the moment. But Hollie's Hot Takes is just slightly different. So, and I also want to thank everyone that has recently subscribed to the channel because that Adama video went a bit nuts, and from there I've got loads of new people. So welcome everyone. Alan Price dropped because he didn't play possibly. Oh, maybe Lukaku season in my team. I know you got Lukaku. Have you have an American bonus points from across the pond? Oi, skills. That's all right. Don't worry about it, my friend. Don't worry about it. It's all Gucci and Hood. You had the reminder on, so that's all that matters. You had the reminder on. Don't go 3-4-3. Oh, because you get more points for attackers. Yeah, I'm ranked 119 in the FPL. Well, I'm just pants basically. I need to sort mine out. But no, I like doing it, and I don't like doing it because I forget to change it. But I do need to put Kane in there actually. There are fans saying Højbjerg should be given captain's armband. I agree to an extent. Why not? The Viking must rule the roost, as I like to say. But no, like I say, last night was great. Harry Winks has got his sunglasses on because he's living lavish. I want to talk to you about next week, obviously, because as you know, I'm away this weekend. So Hollie's Hotspurs will not be on Monday this week, or be on Wednesday. We do have some very exciting guests. Official Kale has gone for 5-0 for Spurs against Wolves. What's everybody's predictions? I will have a video out Saturday. Basically, I'll clip what David and Max spoke about, and I will clip it for you guys to watch, so you don't have to watch the whole thing again. 5-0. I mean, I'm down for that. How many is Harry Kane getting, Official Kale? Have 3 defenders more attacking points, less minus points for conceded goals. Now that is clever. Aha! I see the logic. I'll have to change that later. But when you have your own team, why would you give? Because Harry Kane was only ever captain last night. He's never really been a captain for Tottenham. It's always been Lloris. Because Højbjerg sits in CDM, and he can see the whole game ahead of him, and he talks all the time anyway. Personally, electric lightning bolts. Kane hat-trick going for it. I'm down for that as well. Harry Kane 3 goals, nice one. 4-1. Died to give a penalty away, and then we'll swap Dyer out, shall we, Kylie? I like that. The matchups this week are going to help me in the FPL with the players I already have in my team. Like it, Jag. You thought ahead about it. I've just basically winging it. That's how I'm rolling with it at the moment. But no, back to so there'll be no Hollie's Hotspurs. Oh, Hill with 2 goals. So you reckon Hill will play, Official Cal? Interesting. I like it. Yeah, so we've Hollie's Hotspurs next week. It won't be on Monday. It'll be on Wednesday at 7 p.m. because I'm obviously away, bank holiday. Football training Tuesday. So Wednesday is at 7 p.m. Oh, Kurt wants gifts. I mean, I wouldn't be against it. I just don't know whether Nuno will chuck him in this early, personally. But yeah, Hollie's Hotspurs. Now we have some exciting guests. 2 are definite. 1 is dependent on work. I mean, would you like to know who they are, or do you want me to leave it and get excited about it later? Let me know. Prime Dial or Prime... Oh, my God. Both as crap as one another. I don't think captain is that important, to be honest. The vocal ones and the vocal ones with or without the armband. Lloris deserves to keep it, even if it's last season. I agree to that, Stuart. Fair enough. Would you then give Højbjerg it next season? Or would you give Galini, if Galini is going to be our next goalkeeper, would you give it to him? I agree. Fair's Kurt. Dyer is dead. Up the Official Cal. 4-0 to Kane hat-trick and Bergwijn scores. Oh, if Bergwijn scores, I'll be so happy. Just because you just want him finally to hit the ground running, don't you? Really. We go 2-0 down and Dyer gets sent off and we win 3-2. Lol. Oh, that would be one for the heart. Panic attacks. Hill was so good against Pacos, but I am starting to doubt selling the mailer. He scored 2 goals. I agree to an extent, Nicole. The thing is, that league's totally different to the Premier League, and we had him for how many seasons? What was it, 8? If you can't, like, it's always the way. To be fair, I think it's a Tottenham, what's it called? A Tottenham jinx that you leave the club and go win a trophy. So it wouldn't surprise me if he's left and goes and wins a trophy. But I don't know. I think getting Lamela gone was probably a very good shout. It's not JJ season. Right, you want to know? Okay, so we have Stelius from Tottenham Away. Go check them out. They are a class podcast. We also have Sam Chipek. You might know Sam Chipek. He does do vlogs at games. A bit like what Max does. Sam Chipek is cool. And we also have my good friend from Blue. Now, you need to guess who that is. Tottenham Official Cal. I mean, that is very wishful thinking. I will take that. Who's Diabolical or Phil Jones? I mean, Skip had Phil Jones vibes with his face, not his footballing ability. There was a picture of him and I was like, oh my God, that looks like Phil Jones. Stevie definitely needs one. We know he has to get one. Yeah, he needs to get over the line. 8 years, bit like Davies, never getting a left back spot. Ooh. And make Hollie captain. Thank you very much. I'm not very vocal on the pitch. I can't help but think Mourinho stayed, he would have built a team to compete for the title. I agree to an extent. I just don't think when we didn't have Patrici there, and I know I'm probably saying a lot and bigging him up, but I think a DLF does really change things. Yeah, it's no JJ season. It'll be Sam Chibek, Stelios, and someone who sings All Rise. So you need to guess who that is. See you later, Official Cat. Thank you very much for stopping by. I really appreciate it. I swear Romero was a right wing at versus Pacos. No, it did seem at times, didn't it? It did seem that he was pushing forward quite a lot. And I mean, like, I thought he was going to get head rush. But he seemed to just push forward, didn't he? It's like he drove the ball and then it slotted into the back three. It was really, really strange. But I'm all for it, especially against teams like that, maybe. No, it's not Luke. Luke doesn't sing All Rise. Someone who sings All Rise. Although I'd quite like to see a rendition of Luke singing All Rise. No, it's not Luke. Sam Chipek, Stelios, and someone who sings All Rise. But like I said, Hollie Hotspurs will be Wednesday next week to talk about the Watford game. It'll be very exciting. And then there's an international break, I think. And then the Palace game is back, and we have some exciting games for that one. I mean, very exciting guests for the Palace game. It will be a channel first, shall we say? I think I know who it is, but I can't think of his name. I think he has been on before, and he sings All Rise. It was nice seeing Spurs and Ferrero Rocher for dinner. It was. I quite enjoy eating Ferrero Rochers now. Going back to tonight, we'll stop Gary Neville talking about Kane for now. Oh, thank God. Thank God. Hello, Sports Analytics. Welcome to the stream, my friend. How are you? This is Hollie's Hot Takes, the show where I'm not in host mode. I'm just in normal mode, answering your questions. I talk about comments. The reason why Mourinho didn't win trophies at Spurs, I don't want to say it, but he only had a bottle merchants on the team. Okay, if you take Chelsea's team, he had a proper leaders. Agree to an extent. I just don't think the dynamic at Tottenham Hotspur really suited Jose very well, and the way that it's run as a club. I think he was promised things that never actually happened. Obviously, you could blame COVID to an extent, but I don't think you really can. It's just a very, very difficult situation, I think. But that's in the past now. We've got Nuno's happy days. For me personally, not really. We've kind of got Stevie B that can do sort of what Traore does and then has a bad end product like Traore. So I think we've just got enough wingers now, Sports Analytics. I don't think we need one. But if he plays at right wing back again, okay, I can see that happening. But then Tanganga's pushed out of position. And I think that's the only reason Tanganga isn't on the loan right now. Because he's had that chat with Nuno and has said, if you play me at right back, I'll stay. That if you drop me I don't think he said if you drop me for someone else. I'm not saying, I don't think that's right. I think it's like, if my place is secured, then fair enough. Otherwise, I think if he was told that he's going to play centre-back, but obviously with the centre-back options we've got, who knows? I don't know. I don't want to Traore, to be honest. And especially as well, the price. 40 million for him when we don't necessarily have a centre-back, a centre-mid or a striker that we urgently need. Nothing will stop. It's like he just injects it to himself. Wishing signs Bruno Fernandes. He won't. We had the opportunity to sign that Bruno, but we went for what's his name? Gedson instead. Number of players Spurs are linked with about 50. I know it happens it doesn't happen every year, but it does. I mean, Dybala actually killed me off. Spanish white. Oh my lord. The best five-a-side footballer. I don't even know about that. Carlin, you got the money, yes. Andy Costa, my mate Costa, will hopefully be on next Wednesday on Hollie's Hotspurs. So that should be funny. Hopefully he can sing a song for us. And hopefully he's in high spirits, because normally every time we speak, apart from when Chris Cowlin came on, it was bad times. Especially for the Man City Cup final. That was, it wasn't a happy bunny that day. Yes, it'll be Sam Chibek, Stelios, and Andy Costa next week, Wednesday, 7 p.m. on Hollie's Hotspurs. We signed ourselves over Bruno Fernandes. Oh, not Gedson then. My bad. Signed the wrong Gedson. I was referring to Adama Traore. Oh, I see. Two 18-year-olds, is it worth it? For Hill and what's we call it? Who's Anthony Costa? If you don't know the band Blue, you need to do some homework, Orange. Is this thing where he gets into talks with some players to throw the media off, so not everyone we're linked with is ever going to come? That would be, I mean, I like that tactic because we normally, us as fans normally know about 24 hours before the signing's even announced properly, and we've already seen him in a shirt. So that I can understand that. Right, sports analytics, okay. I have waited many moons for Harry Winks to finally turn up in a football match. Last night against Ferrero Rocher, he did. So that is why he's wearing sunglasses today. Big brains. I'll try and jump on, but no idea what work is like. It's all good, Colin. I'm happy that your work's going well. It's your new job, isn't it? I'm very excited for you, Colin. Big yourself up, my friend. So yes, Hollie's Hot Take. Oh, not Hollie's Hot Takes. Hollie's Hot Spurs next week, Wednesday, 7 p.m. Happy days. Be good vibes if we win, but I think we will. There will be a match preview out on Saturday. Keep your eyes peeled for that one, which is tomorrow. I don't even know what day of the week it is anymore. There will probably be a little short out on Sunday while I'm at the festival. So keep your eyes peeled for that. There might be a few shapes thrown while I celebrate that we've beaten Watford. But we'll have to wait and see. I just want to say a big thank you to everyone that has joined in today. Today was fun to talk about Harry Winks with sunglasses and all the other good stuff. See you later, Orange. Thank you very much. No one's going to talk about Winks' assist for Kane's first goal. Whoa. Akul, you weren't here. Look at this. Are you ready? Of course I am. I always talk about Harry Winks. Are you ready? Oh, I need to get rid of that one. Just for you, my friend. Just for you. Because you may have missed it earlier. Get the TikTok up. Look at this. Let's just watch it one more time. So yeah, I was very excited. Quiet, it's coming to Spurs. Indeed, might find out unless. Oh yeah, that'd be good stuff. I could have myself at renting the film the weekend with looking at Winks with the sunglasses. Yes, Chris, love that man. Says I've got a new. Oh, I think I've broken it. Oh, I haven't broken it. There, shakes for days. Kane hat-trick. No, he scored 2, my friend. He scored two. Pin your Twitter. My Twitter is just Hollie Ackenbar. You'll find me. My pinned tweet is Hoiberg saying my name. You'll find it, my friend. Hang on, look, I can show you actually. Look at me. I'm getting all technical with this stuff. This is my Twitter. That's not my Twitter. Where's my Twitter? There's my Twitter. Here, look. That's my Twitter. There I am. At Hollie Ackenbar. Boom. That's Hoiberg saying my name. Business. So you want to find me on Twitter? There I am. That was me during the Euros that Harry Winks being flown about. Happy days. See, I made sure I spoke about it, Ackle. What was that shot by Winks? We don't talk about the shot he had because it nearly escaped the stadium. Terminator Winks. Indeed, man. Indeed. He's got little legs though. Do you wanna look? Oh shit, I've lost his sunglasses. There you go, look. He's got very tiny legs. And he's got a double head, which is quite scary. Yeah, that's oh shit. We'll just leave him. Is that how you dance? Nah. We throw more extravagant shapes. We throw the Macarena because I'll let you know it is universal to every song. Trust me. Kurt, you can't do me like that, mate. No. I might tweet was it. It was indeed. But anyway, I've been talking now for an hour and 15, and it's probably driving you all nuts. So until you'll see my face again Saturday for the preview, which is tomorrow, of the Watford game. This is anyone who watched UCL draw. It makes look like an assassin. Oh my god. Tell you, Darren. I'll tell you when on Sunday, because obviously I will be at the festival throwing some shapes, but I will keep an eye on the Watford score because I'm a bit of a nutter in a sense that Tottenham's the only thing I would live and breathe really. So I will probably keep up to date, and there will be a short. Either if you have TikTok, you're more than welcome to follow me on TikTok. It's Hollie Agenbar and everything, or Instagram, or whatever you want. But there will be a short on YouTube, probably of me celebrating if we beat Watford. If we don't, I'll be crying. But anyway, I've been talking again for far too long. So see you tomorrow for a preview. It won't be live, it'll just be a recorded video. Then I'll see you on Wednesday for Hollie's Hot Spurs with Stell and Sam Chipek for definite. And hopefully Andy Costa will make a move and will come in and sing All Rise. And we'll be happy this time because the last time I spoke to him properly was for that City game in the cup final. But yes, thank you all. How many players will you sign? Who knows any more sports analytics? We're hoping for a few more. Have a great time. Andrew, thank you. I shall see you all soon. Peace out. Thanks again for watching. Laters. Adios.